What's going on, guys? Me, you guys, Vanguard here, and today I have a deck profile of my Uncle Think Tank Power Sisters. And sorry if I do sound a little unusual than other videos, it's because I have a cold, and also thanks to Different Fight for actually giving this information onto YouTube. He uploaded a video about the Paris regional qualifiers for card fight, and in the top 4 was Battle Sisters. So I built this deck going off of what the guy actually played. So thanks to Different Fight for that, and also a little shout out to him as well. And I'm going to get straight into the deck profile. And for the starters, I run Lil Witch Lulu. No, I don't run Eclair or Waffle. I'd rather use Lulu's effect, say for not being killed off due to effects, because once I was playing against Angel Feather, the Ramia reverse build, and my Waffle was sent to the damage zone due to the effect of Ramia reverse. So her effect is, she stays in the soul. She doesn't have Forerunner, which to me is pretty good, so she can't be either locked or retired for any reason. So when she's called from the soul to the rearguard circle, you can soul blast 2, draw 1. And when you ride grade 3, when she's in the soul, you can call her out to rear. Plus that will activate her second effect, which I just told you about. Now moving on to grade 3s. I'm running the boss card of the deck, which is 4 Battle Sister Monica. Monica's effect is, you limit break, card 1, Persona Blast. So it's just got a copy. When she's on the Vanguard circle, you ditch a copy of her to the drop zone, and you look at top 5, put 2 in hand, and put the other 3 on the bottom of the deck in any order. So for example, if you have about 15 cards left in deck, you have 3 copies in hand, you can just constantly stack your deck and actually predict a double critical or any triggers on your opponent like that. So she is pretty good. And her other effect, which I don't normally use, is E special counterpass 2 Battle Sisters, and she gains plus 5,000 to the end of turn. She also has Lord, which will be going in December, which any cards released from the point on from December Lord will no longer exist on future cards due to Legion coming out, and also now the support card in the support grade 3. I run 3 copies of Battle Sister Parfait. Her effect is, when she's on the Vanguard circle and you have 4 cards in hand, 4 or more in hand, and you're on limit break, she gains a permanent 3k during your turn. And when she attacks, and the attack hits, you can draw a card. It's mandatory, so you have to draw a card. And her other effect is, you E special counterpass 2 Battle Sisters, and when you have 3 or less cards in hand, you can pay the cost to draw 1. So pretty nice. Next, grade 2s, I run 4 Battle Sister Macaron. I choose to run Macaron over Mocha. Mocha is a grade 2 8k that swings for 11. But I would rather have a 9k that swings for 12. So she's pretty nice. And plus with a 6k behind her, which is mostly all the grade 1s, she can hit for a perfect number against cross rides. The perfect number of 18. Next I run 3 copies of Battle Sister Tart. She's the standard 10k vanilla. Next I run 3 copies of Battle Sister Coquette. Her effect is, when she swings at the vanguard and hits your opponent's vanguard, you can E-special counterblast a Battle Sister, look at the top card, if it's Battle Sister, add it to hand. So pretty good. Next, I take in the 1 Battle Sister Caramel, which is the grade 2 self-damager. Yes, she's an 8k, but when I play her to the rear guard, I can normally use her to attack a rear guard. And also, if I don't need it, I can just use her as intercept. So that nice little 5k shield is always good. Next, grade 1s. 4 standard Battle Sister Chocolate. And plus, this is the original Perfect Guard from set 1. So, nothing really else to say about Perfect Guards. They're Perfect Guards. And also, I've been hearing rumours over YouTube that when Season 5 comes around in the TCG, that you'll get 4 copies of the main cover card and 2 Perfect Guards in a trial deck. That's what I've been hearing from the YouTuber All on the Vanguard. But I will actually talk about that in a later video, or just go check out All on the Vanguard's channel. So next I play 4 Battle Sister Omelette. She is the only 7k Battle Sister that I know of. Her effect is, when she attacks, she swings for 10 if you have no soul. And that's also why I run Lulu as the starter instead of Waffle. Next, I run 4 copies of Battle Sister Cocoa. Her effect is, when she's played on the rearguard circle or vanguard circle, you can do what Magic the Gathering does, and that's Scry, which is essentially you look at the top card of your deck and you choose to either put it on the top or on the bottom. So she's a nice card. And also, she is the triple rare version from set 1, which they're no longer printed. Now for the Tekken cards, I run 1 Candy, which is essentially the grade 2 version of, the grade 1 version of Caramel, self-damager. And also for another Tekken card, 1 Emerald Witch Lala. I run her just because she's a 7k and she can be used with Little Witch Lulu. I might even drop a Coco for her for another copy. I'm not too sure yet. But But if I do get another copy, I will drop a grade 1. Most probably Coca, or maybe Candy. I'm really not too sure. But she's a nice little attacking card. And also she is a nice 7k. Which is something that Battle Sisters need quite a lot of. Because Battle Sisters actually do have troubles hitting magic numbers. Next I run 1 Chai, put 3 Lozenge Magus. As soon as I get a 3rd Lozenge Magus, I will take out the Chai for it. Just because Lozenge Magus is a returning heal trigger. And if she goes into the damage zone, I can either use the effect of Caramel or Candy to counterblast the Lozenge Magus and then send it back to the deck at the end of turn. And if I do drive check into it, I can just call her, use her as boost to return it back to the deck. So that is pretty good. And plus also I run Lozenge Magus over Chai because I have drawn a Chai because of Coquette's skill. So that's why I'm running a few of the non-Battle Sister triggers. So, and this art is quite nice. Lozenge Magus is probably one of the best heals in the game. Next I run 4 Battle Sister Tiramisu. Draw trigger, pretty standard, and then the 1 Miracle Kid. So I'm running 5 draw. Next I'm running 3 copies of Battle Sister Ginger. And then 4 copies of Psychic Bird. So that's a total of 7 crit, 5 draw, 4 heal. And I have 1 card left. And for that I take in the 1 Battle Sister Waffle. She was my starter before Lulu. But I thought that Waffle is a good Tekken choice. And also the guy in the Paris top 4 regional qualifiers that played Battle Sisters, I saw him actually having a Waffle in the damage zone, and he wasn't playing against Ramya Reverse. I think he was playing against, I think it was either Maelstrom Reverse or the new Venus Luquier. And yes, I know it's Luquier, but I prefer calling it Luquier. It's just my personal preference. Plus her effect is obviously the Forerunner effect, which me personally in this deck won't use unless she's my starter. And the problem I had with Waffle is that she always kept on being killed or went into the damage if I'm playing against a Inchfelder deck. So I will have a risk of taking her as damage, not having her on the rearguard circle and then taking her in damage. And her effect is pretty decent. It's cat +1. You Soul Charge her from the field. Search top 3 for a Battle Sister, Superior Call, and it gains 2k. So that is a pretty good card. So that was my Battle Sister deck. And this is the deck that I'm going to be taking to the Event City Regional Qualifiers. So if you did like this deck profile, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more, and I will be vlogging during the regionals, and I will put up on this channel. And also don't forget to check out my Twitter at Yugi's Vanguard. Add me on Facebook, which is just my channel name. And I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Peace.